What do you mean?
And my dog is on the next flight ahead of me now?
What do you mean you don't have enough orange juice? I need
Well,
my
how do
orange
I
juice
get
and
to
vodka.
my dog?
Now,
What?
Oh.
What do you mean you're not selling
Am I
alcohol
in
on
the
this
right-
flight? Huh? Just peanuts? Oh, man. You know what? I'll call you back.
At least give me a snack mix. Man, I'm so stressed right now. I'm
You know-
trying to get from point A to point B.
Same. Through the airport.
I don't know what's happening.
Everything's canceled. I don't know what's happening
I'm running
here.
into so much trouble.
Just because I was late, because I decided to show up last minute.
Just because I want to drink 5 drinks on the flight.
Wow.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
I don't know where my luggage is.
It's like, I was supposed to bring luggage? What are you talking about?
I'm in love with every girl in my age group on the plane.
Yeah. Also, is that baby mine?
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to the Men of Doozy podcast.
Yeah, that's right. And you're probably thinking, what the hell does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
And Alex and Kirk are not that.
But, ooh, Delta Airlines, do we want to be?
Oh, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards card.
JetBlue.
JetBlue. Guys, that's right. And so this is the podcast that we are going to give you all the tools that you need to help you become successful in life. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I get to there from here? You know?
Yeah, and the best part is, I was doing like a tool thing. I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
but,
it looked like something a little dirtier.
Well, the best part is, we're going to give you the tools that you need to become successful. Like, that's what you just said.
It's
and
okay.
Look,
He's
like
in a
the
rush.
best part is, I got to get to the airport. So we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves while we also teach you how to be successful.
Makes sense to me.
Am I bleeding?
No, I think you have like a little. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Maybe a little neck. Yeah.
Little neck right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. God, I don't think you can fly.
God,
I don't think you can fly. You're
I'm
bleeding
an
out of your
injured
head.
passenger now. God, you know what? I'm Alex Staub.
And I am Kirk Koz. Welcome, everybody.
Kirk, what are we talking about today?
I think it's pretty obvious. We're distressed. Alex, we're learning how to airport.
Oh, the airport.
The airport.
Oh, what a monster.
What a monster of a place.
Beast in its own way. Kirk, let me. Yeah.
It is a city and a village and an insane limbo area between heaven and hell.
It is a whole different type of.
It's a different civilization.
It's a whole different world with its own rules, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It really can.
And exciting at the same time.
Well, stop. Let me ask you, do you have any crazy stories that have happened to you while you're traveling or in the airport?
Well, I've been to the airport a lot. I do a lot of traveling.
Yeah. For work, right?
Yeah, for work mostly. Some pleasure. And, I actually I don't mind the airport. The airport
Me either.
The airport has never been unkind to me. I've always made my connecting flight. I always, find a way to get extra reward points. I always have time to have a beer or whatnot. I always make sure I have the most comfortable seat on the flight. I always make sure that, I'm equipped with, the best electronics so that I can enjoy a movie or two on the flight to make them go quicker.
You have all positive things to say about it.
The airport's not bad. I've met a lot of beautiful people in the airport, but most of the time I've had a nice little buzz going on at the airport. Airport beers hit different. I will tell you that.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
You were on a flight and you asked for a hard drink and you're watching a movie and the guy next to you is like, "Hey, what's up? Where are you from?" But he owns Apple. You know what I mean? You never know who you're gonna find.
Steve Jobs,
on a
I thought
flight.
you were dead.
Exactly. Am I dead? Did the plane go down?
Is the plane?
Yeah. No,
is this Lost?
Yeah.
Are we all dead?
I've been in Lost before, and no, I don't mind the airport.
Okay.
Kirk, what about you? You got any airport? What's your relationship with the airport?
You know what? I was triggered while you were speaking because listen,
okay.
I love traveling through the airport. I love going from one place to the other. I love the act of just kind of like sitting there. I use it to read and all this stuff. But the last time I traveled, it was a nightmare.
Ooh,
okay.
Uh-oh.
So I was trying to get from New York City to another city, and when I was searching for flights the week before, I was like, oh wow, there's just 6 a.m. or 5 p.m. in the evening. I've never traveled in the evening. So I got the evening flight. I got there 2 hours before. While I'm going through security, I'm going down to take off my boots that I was wearing, and I hear my fat Pixar dump truck booty in my jeans ripped part of my crotch. They ripped part of my crotch open. I'm serious. So
so you didn't even get through security and you ripped your pants.
I didn't even get through the security, and I had only packed one other pair of jeans, and that I later found out they didn't fit me anymore.
Okay.
So perfect. I get to the terminal, and then I'm waiting there, and then as it's closing in, it's like, oh, we're gonna be delayed. Instead of 5:15, it's gonna be 5:30, and then I'm like, look, it's 5:30, and I'm like, why is the crew just getting there? We don't get on the flight all boarded until 6 p.m. We're supposed to have left like by what, like 5:45 or something. And then it was cold outside, so people were boarded and all this stuff. And
it
then
didn't help that your nutsack was hanging out of your pants either.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it's like we hear the pilot say, "All right, so we're gonna need to de-ice the plane." Oh. So it looks like the plane next to us has to de-ice as well, because it was like cold and snowing.
Right.
So that's going to be 15 to 20 minutes. I'm like, are you kidding me? I had a connecting flight. And so 15, 20 minutes go by. I'm like heavy, like hyperventilating, like
the window's closing. The window's
the window is closing, and then it's like 15, 20 minutes go
Yeah.
by. All right, looks like the plane next to us finished de-icing. We're good about it. And so that's another 15, 20 minutes. Then we finally it's like an hour and a half past the time. So I get to the other airport like 15 minutes after the other flight leaves.
You saw the airport take off as you were landing, and you were like, huh?
Dude, I was so desperate that I don't even do this.
You jumped from in the air. You just transferred. You opened the door. You were on the wing, and you just dived onto the
Just get me there. I'll free dive. So I got there, and even I don't do this. I bought the in-flight internet so I could check the status.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to leave at 7:55 p.m. Central Time. They left at 7:49. They're like, oh, fuck Kirk.
Oh, my God.
So
you would have made it.
Yeah, and it's
you probably would have made
it. I probably would have maybe made it if they held the doors for like 10, 15 minutes.
They left early?
They left early. They left 6 minutes early. Like,
wow.
It's like,
they were
what
like,
what is
outta
happening?
Here.
And then this isn't even the end of it. Then I have to switch my flight. I'm like, okay, yeah. And then like,
so you missed your connecting flight.
I missed my connecting flight. Then I have to switch my flight. And I was like, okay, we automatically did this for you. And I was like, is there anything earlier? Okay, 6 a.m. Great. Okay. And I was like, well, can you help me out with a place to stay?
So you have to stay overnight now.
I had to stay overnight in Chicago.
Okay.
And so you're thinking, okay, this is on them. This is totally on them.
Yeah.
They're gonna check me up with a place to stay. They gave me a distressed passenger coupon.
Distressed passenger coupon.
Somehow this coupon was
distressed.
This is distressed. You can negotiate a price. And that didn't work. I had to spend $120 on a Holiday Inn Express room that I only slept in for like 5-6 hours. I was only in there for like 6 hours.
Wow. You seem distressed right now.
Yeah. So my recent
like a little coupon, like a little Monopoly coupon.
Yeah, right. This is the get out of free jail card, right? It's like, no, you have to pay $120.
You're distressed.
But I digress. I have a strained relationship with the airport right now, especially connecting flights, because that's an awful thing. But that's why I'm ready to kind of calm my nerves and see how I can just improve.
And how did you? And the whole time you can't get a drink on the flight. right?
No,
Anymore
yeah,
during
not
these
right
times.
now, not right now during these times.
How did you just maintain? Did your phone die?
No, thankfully not. I got the in-flight internet, and I was like, just reading. I was just like reading some I was reading Walking Dead graphic novels because the last season is coming out, and I was like, I want to finish all but that's a nerdy thing. Anyways, I digress. Okay, that's nice. Killing zombies.
You know what I hate?
I'm sorry about
hate
that.
Getting on a flight. You know what? Actually, let's just jump into.
We're
these
just gonna
tips
jump
here.
in. There's so much about.
Well, your experience sounds like it sucks with the airport.
Yeah, I have a strained relationship,
Wow.
so I'm ready to see what these tips have to say.
Yeah. That's funny. You're like running through the airport, like, oh, just distressed, and like it pans to me, and I'm like,
You can tell by the way I move. No time to talk.
and then it goes to him. He's like, I'm distressed. Help me, I'm distressed.
Guys, these are the top 10 tips on how to airport.
You got to be a master at the airport.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Number 10, be prepared. Okay. For what? Okay, whether you're picking up a loved one or flying to Hawaii, it's important to prepare and familiarize yourself with the anticipated areas you will be in. You should collect a map of the facility at the entrance or print one off online to see where you are and where you are going. Airports are notorious for bewildered faces and stressful last-minute marathons to board and check in. You know, I left out another thing. Yeah.
The best is when like you see someone check the board and they're like, oh shit, I'm boarding right now, and then they take off and they just start elbowing people and shit. There was
another just like jab in the stomach when on the flight I'm like, the flight to here, like, it's like, yeah, we're going into A15. It looks like that flight was going to be on A13, but they switched to B13. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
We're just making these up as we go along.
Yeah, right. It's like you mean I have to run there?
Be prepared as much as you can because the flights don't care.
Yeah, the flights don't care. The
pilots
pilots don't care. The
so
airports
if you're
don't
on
care.
your A game, you're gonna walk into that airport instead of like.
You have to be prepared for the worst case scenario. That's what I learned. That last time I flew was the worst time that I've
Bring
ever
more
flown.
than 2 pair of pants and make sure the replacement pants fit.
Yeah.
Because if you got that dump truck Pixar mom looking booty, you better prepare.
Exactly.
Lube up your pants. Okay.
Moving on.
Exercise punctuality. Okay. There are many positive ramifications when it comes to arriving on time to an airport, like being able to drink before the flight. You are able to comprise yourself, know what you are doing, and be equipped. Excuse me. Be punctual and prepared. Being punctual and prepared are 2 very vital steps to exhibiting a poised demeanor and conforming to the practice expected in and around the airport facility. Aim to arrive at least 2 hours before the domestic flight and 3 hours before an international flight, but consider arriving earlier if you're checking luggage or if you'll be traveling during a peak travel time, such as summertime or during a major holiday season. Yeah, always give yourself enough time. But not too much time.
Too much time.
When I was a kid,
you don't want to move
my
in.
My mom was always like, "Oh, our flight is at 1 a.m." She would always, first of all, she'd always book me the middle seat and give me and pick like the earliest flights ever, and I'd be like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Right? Or like if the flight was at 1 p.m., we'd get there at 1 a.m. Right? Just because she would need, it's going to take an hour to get there, and then it's going to take 2 hours to get through security. I'm like, 2 hours to get through security?
It takes.
What are we doing?
Less than, like
what are we doing?
5 minutes.
Right?
10
and then
minutes.
it takes an hour to walk to the gate, and then you get to the gate, and then by the time you check in, it's 6 hours. And I'm like,
and you're like, Mom, have you ever been on a flight before?
Are you using a wheelchair? I don't understand. Well, how
are you on crutches?
Are you on crutches? Even then, the guy in crutches would probably get there quicker.
Because he's skilled. He's like, yeah, you can tell by the way I use my crutches.
Use my crutch.
No time to talk.
You can tell by the way I use my crutch. I'm a woman's man.
You know what's crazy about this? Even
Yeah,
punctuality
that's good.
can't save you.
No.
Even planning the most concise timing of
because those freaks are out there. Okay.
10:05, 10:52.
It is such
Check
a
into here.
sporadic
Give
type
yourself
of
time
travel.
though, because then if you go in and you checked in, you get through security, and you're like, okay, I got like an hour or whatever before we board. You can go have some lunch, go have a drink or something like that.
Yeah.
And then maybe go up to the gate and be like, hey, can you upgrade me for free or something like that? I've done that before. And the guy's like, oh yeah, we got this seat or whatever. Or like maybe they'll give you a discount price on first class or something like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You were braver than me.
I know how to, dude. I know how to airport, baby.
We got to travel together.
I guess so. I don't know if you might be my bad luck charm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
be punctual.
Be punctual,
right.
And be prepared.
Don't show up late and be like, oh man.
Oh my God, how did I miss my flight? No.
Oh man.
Like, be realistic with the timing of getting there and stuff, and don't put too much time. Be punctual. Number 8, pack lightly for onboard luggage. There is nothing worse than having to lug around a gargantuan bag of stuff in an airport. And whilst boarding, it does take up a lot of room and looks very awkward to carry. Try and bring a light and tightly packed bag with only the essentials you will need on the flight. It's merely a way to take up as little space as possible and allow others to have some room. This reminds me of that Ben Stiller movie. Is it something about Mary or whatever? That he's, or what movie is it that he's getting on a flight and his bag is too big and he's trying to put it in and the stewardess is just like, sir, we're gonna have to check that. He's like, no,
I got it.
He's so
I can do it.
He's like, I can do it, and it's like, it's not big, it's not like it's a bomb, and it's like, sir, is it a bomb? And it's like, oh, bomb. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I always.
No, I don't know what movie.
I can't remember which movie that is, but it's a
I've
classic
seen,
airport.
Yeah, it's very
scene.
funny to watch someone try to put in a carry-on bag that's just too big, and there's the line going, and everyone. If you take up anyone's time, you are immediately hated. I've never been with a group of people that we will all collectively hate someone. And just kind of like push them along, and then if they if they get the job done, we like them again.
If I pack a carry-on at any point in my life that a stewardess has to come and help me push it in, I'll know I failed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, everybody's looking at me like I don't know how to airport. I always like a short little
Well, that's when you just pull out your distress person coupon, and you're
I'm like, please.
Help! And they're like, this guy's like 6'8". He can't push in his own bag.
Yeah. Pack lightly. You don't need too much. It's another like finite type of thing that you just have to plan for. What is it?
And if you do pack too much, then check a bag. Then you don't have to deal with it at all.
There's nothing wrong with checking a bag. I love checking a bag because it's like, I don't have to freaking.
Just make sure it's under a certain weight limit. Otherwise, they
Yeah, but I think another thing with this that's kind of like going to like punctuality and just time is like I always make sure that I know what I'm just going to be like doing on the plane, if I'm going to be snoozing, if I'm going to
be
distressed, or I'm going to use it time to like read a book or do some work on like a script or something, like that's a good thing too that I'm learning. Okay.
Yeah, pack appropriately, okay?
Especially for like that on the flight stuff, all the bulky stuff can go in your bag that you check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't pack a bunch of bowling balls or something like that.
Yeah. What? And then we get it. You're a bowler. Okay.
Okay. You're a bowler. We get it. Jesus.
Sir, you can't bowl down the hall of the airport.
All right. I'll just get rid of a ball. Right. You know what I love? I love like the old ladies that are smaller than their bags, and they bring them on to the airport, onto the airplane, and you're like, there's no way this lady can even lift this bag over her head. Meanwhile, into the thing, right? And at first, this is how evil I am. At first, I want to see him try. At first, I want to see that little old lady try to lift that giant bag of bowling balls over her head into the thing.
Or it's one of those, you ever see those reveal videos of, there's like a guy like, struggling lifting weights. I see you see the grandma. She takes off her jacket. She's
exactly.
jacked.
Just jacked.
She's just fucking.
Ma'am, would you like help?
I got it. Oh my god.
She lifts me up and the bowling balls and puts me into the pretzels me into the thing.
She rolls you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, pack light, guys. Pack light.
Pack light.
All right, moving
Number
on.
7, have all documents ready. It's important while waiting in line to have your identification documents and other relevant papers ready, as this will save the time of roughing around in your luggage and thus taking up other people's time in line.
Hey.
You will be seen as primed if you have everything you need ready to go.
Time is money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have your documents.
Have your documents.
Have your documents. I've been in line where I'm a little late for my flight, and the lady in front of me, they go, okay, ticket, license, and ticket information, and the lady gets there and she goes, oh,
I'm sorry. Wait, why?
I got it. I had it here somewhere, and everyone in line's like, come on, you stood in line. Lady,
You saw people holding
you saw
things.
what was gonna happen.
Looking
you
at
stood
things.
in line, and then you waited until you got to the line to then start looking for your stuff and your documentation. I wish that
You're not
wish
the
I
only
could
person traveling.
Put you in a bag of bowling balls, lady.
You're not the only person traveling. You know.
Oops. My ticket's here somewhere. I had it. I was just standing in line
All
for an
right.
hour. I didn't think to fucking find it then.
All right, ticket and license, man.
I am distressed.
How about okay? Here you go, ma'am. This is an 8-pound bowling ball.
That's not my identification?
Oh no! Flip it around, ma'am. You taped your ticket and license to the bowling ball.
Well, I'm a bowler, aren't I?
We get it. You're a bowler.
I don't want to lose anything.
Yeah. This is important.
Have your stuff out and ready.
This is important. Even if you have never gone flying before in your entire life, I feel like most people would know you need your license and you need the ticket.
Yeah. Oh, what am I in
And
line
there's-
for? Oh, to show my license and ticket. Okay.
And I haven't traveled internationally since my family lived in Germany when I was really really young. But
you don't wait in line at Disneyland for Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
then you get up and you're at the concession stand. You know what I'm saying? I had a point there, and it failed.
maybe
What were you saying about Germany?
Maybe in the other Spider-Verse you nailed it.
Yeah.
No, I was
Said about Germany,
I
yeah.
was just saying something about international travel. You gotta have a passport or whatever that extra.
Yeah, then you
document
need
or
more
whatever.
documentation.
Yeah, so just make sure that you're prepared with the documents that you need when you're checking in.
Yeah. Hurry up, Grandma.
All right, moving on. Number 6. Oh, this is important. Respect personal space. Sometimes in environments that are highly stressful, people can sometimes parade a big show called I don't know what I'm doing. Like Gladys, who was bringing her bowling ball.
Gladys for sure.
At this time, they involve people around them, and this can be seen as gauche and insolent. No matter how polite you may be, avoid involving others and asking them impromptu questions. Rather, you should stick to yourself in a dignified nature. Yo, listen to this. When I changed my flight during the last time I traveled, I was like, yeah, can I change it to the earliest flight? Okay, 6. Okay, and then it'll be going to Houston and then going here. And I'm like, okay. And there was another guy who missed the same flight, and he was an Indian guy, and he was like, oh, you're going to Houston. Oh. Like, why am I doing this? I'm not gonna butcher an Indian accent. This is so bad. But he was an Indian guy, and he definitely had a language barrier with talking to the little stewardess at the desk. Yeah. But he was trying to get another flight to the same place that I was, and he went out of his way to say like, oh, you're going to this place instead? I was like, be careful, the weather's still bad. I'm like, I don't care, sir.
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. Hey, sir, I don't care. I need to get there sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And it's like personal space. Also, during this time, of course,
you're going to wear that on the plane? Right? Like stuff like that.
Ma'am? What?
Ma'am, we're all wearing our PJs, okay? Just get on the flight. When I think of personal space, The
Yeah.
first thing that comes to mind is the battle of the armrests.
The armrest.
The
yeah.
battle of the armrests on the flight. You have the middle seat. If you have the middle seat,
stressful.
technically you get the armrests, right? And if you're on the sides, you'll automatically have one armrest. But if you're in the middle, you're already stuck in the middle. Give the man the armrest, right?
Yeah.
Lean more to one side because you can. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I've had
It's
trouble. I have had elbow fights with people when I've had the middle seat, and I just kind of come down, and I just kind of like, I come down, right? And they have half the armrest, I have the other half, right? Yeah. And I'll just kind of be like, and like I'll like cough or like pretend to sneeze, and I'll just kind of push it off and just kind of like stay there. And like I've had a guy once where I like did that, and
back?
he put his elbow on top.
Right here.
He went on top of my elbow, right? Like that. And just left it there. And I was like, oh my
Like,
God.
what are we doing? Are we stacking? We making
Yeah.
a fucking skyscraper of
Yeah.
elbows that need this?
It was bad. It was bad.
It's an unspoken rule. Oh,
It's an
that's
unspoken
what
rule.
Unspoken rule. Like, just like, give people your space. Also,
Right.
you don't know who these people are necessarily. You don't know where they're coming from. Give space, especially during this
Or
time.
like the knees and stuff. Sometimes they'll go out too far with the knees.
It's like, Jesus,
they'll
your penis is not
Like,
that
dear-
big, man.
Like, my God.
Gladys,
Elbows.
settle down. Yeah.
Also, personal space. There are times when you're on the flight, and you can't help it, but you may get sat next to a bigger person. And all personal space is out the window, okay? There have been times when I'm the biggest guy on the flight, and there are
Yeah.
2 seats, one of those 2-seater planes. And everyone coming in is, like, real skinny. And then I'm like, okay, sweet. Looks like the plane's filled. I might have an open seat. And then all of a sudden, the plane starts shaking, right? And this sumo wrestler of a man comes onto the plane. F12? F12? Where's F12? And I'm like, oh, God.
You're like, oh, no.
Oh, God. He's right next to me. And he comes in. He sits next to me. And we're just
And
like,
he sits down and he gets to second base.
And we're just like this, and we're just like this, and by the time the flight's over, I'm inside of him. My entire body is inside of
You're
him.
not sure whether you're in a consensual or
I'm
non-consensual
stuck in one of his
relationship.
roles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys, respect people's space, and they'll respect yours. Moving on. Guys,
Number
we're
5.
we're in the top 5 tips on how to airport.
Number 5, listen and follow instructions. While passing through security screening, you may be given various instructions or even be chosen to be tested with drug or bomb examinations. During both of these times, it's important
dramatic.
to relax and be patient, understanding, and cooperative. Seeing as you will be punctual, there's no reason to feel pressured by either of these events occurring. Those TSA people, though, they definitely they feel like they have way more power than they do. They get power drunk. Take off your shoes and your pants and your belt. I've done that, big. Do I have to take my pants off too? Yes. Yes, you do. Yes. Put it in the bucket.
Yeah.
What about take your shirt off?
Now
too.
call me daddy.
Now call me daddy. We're doing a random test. Drop your trowel. Spread your
trowel,
cheeks.
Spread your cheeks.
And my drugs always fall out.
All right,
at
now
that
state
point.
your name for the camera.
Alex.
It's a casting couch.
Alex.
Yeah. Listen to the TSA people.
Bring in crutches.
Definitely listen to the TSA people and just do what they ask, because it's like the smallest amount of time that you have to deal with them during your travel. And then,
the people that argue with them, it's like, come on, man. I was punctual.
and I'll be honest, out of respect, like, a lot of people, when they get settled, the stewardesses or the flight attendants, they do the whole shtick with the safety stuff. I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't want to be the guy who, I've seen people who are like looking at their phone and they're like, they take their job so serious. They're like,
Yeah.
sir, we need you to listen.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've seen that too many times that I'm like, okay, I'll look blindly at you while you say these things that I've known since I was 5.
Sir, your nuts are hanging out of your pants. Well, I split them because you made me take my shoes off. And this dump truck was backing up. Had to back it up. Yeah, I always feel weird going in those x-ray machines, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Get
listen.
in and put your hands up, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Have you ever
listen.
Have you ever sneaked something through the security that like you forgot that you had or whatever?
I haven't. I know.
I'll tell you this. Every time I'll check my bag and stuff to see if there's any
You try to
any
pack
bad stuff
nips,
in there.
right?
No, you can bring nips on or whatever, but like other things or whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever I have my if I'm carrying like ounces of cocaine that day or whatever.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens.
My bag will always go through the X-ray, and I'll be like, okay. I'm like, when you check your bag, you're like, I'm fine. There's nothing bad in here. And then when it's going through the X-ray, you're like, okay, now I'm like 90% sure there might be something in there. You know what I mean? That you forget.
Oh my god, that's awful. That's
every time
stress.
they bring my bag
That's
over, they're
stressful.
like, what the hell is this? I'm like,
I love powdered sugar.
I love powdered sugar. Why do you have a tub of peanut butter in your backpack? I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that I've done close to this is like being given like a bottle of alcohol, and I think like you can't. Some airlines don't let you even put alcohol in a checked bag, and I did that. I don't know. I thought I read that somewhere, but anyways, listen and follow the people's instructions. It's so easy.
Yeah, I just go with it now.
Yeah.
It'll go by quicker, and you're fine.
Moving on, number 4, guys. Keep your belongings to a minimum. As indicated earlier, carrying bags of stuff that need to be submitted at security can be time-consuming and just plain extensive. It's important that you can glide in and out of security and be fully aware of everything you are carrying on you to save the time of explaining, deliberating, and waiting for whether you can keep that bottle of whatever. Yeah. It's gotten to the point where
Sure, your vibrator went off in your backpack. It's not it's a toothbrush. Sure.
I still am astounded that some people travel and they have a bottle of water that they've brought in or like a bottle of something. And it's like, ma'am, you got to throw that out. And it's like, what? But I'm going to drink it. And it's like, you guys, how do you guys not?
You were waiting in line for an hour. You should have drunk it.
You should have drunk it,
You
You should have drunk that.
Can I drink my water and then find my license and whatnot? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like,
have things at the ready.
Yeah.
You're running through the airport. Oh, here's my license. Here's my water. Here's this. Don't touch me there.
Of course, depending on where you're going, you're going to have a certain amount of stuff that you're packing. But that's why I'm an advocate for check a bag and then your carry-on, have as minimal things in there as possible so you don't have to, you're the guy who's, stopping the line. You're, it's been 5 minutes. You have, 5 laptops that you're going through. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Make it quick.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're packing a dump truck booty, wear looser pants that day. I don't know. Yeah.
Or
also,
just,
who has 5 laptops, Mr. Stock Market? The hell?
Moving on, guys.
Yeah, be quick with it. Be smart with
quick.
your belongings. Yeah. Number 3, wash your hands. Okay?
Yeah.
It should go without saying, but many people do purposely forget. You may want to touch as little as possible while visiting the public restroom, but at the bare minimum, you should have your own hand sanitizer to use.
Yep.
It stops the spread of disease like hepatitis A and the common cold and flu.
Herpes.
Wow.
Gonorrhea.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
now I guess I'm going to be more aware of getting hepatitis at the airport. Airport bathrooms are gross, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I checked into Delta and I got hepatitis. That'd be the new commercial there. At Delta, we don't have hepatitis. Just herpes.
We have a new deal. Buy 2 tickets, get 1 free, and we'll throw in a hepatitis A for you on us.
Got hepatitis? You probably went to Delta.
Guys, wash your hands, especially during these times. Stay 6 feet away. Hand sanitizer is so important. Guys,
And if you're in line, use the water bottle that you haven't drank yet as a hand washing station.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Guys, an airport is, in a way, I think no matter what type of cleaning regimen that airports are on, it's a petri dish. There's a bunch of random people traveling from so many places, and now more than ever, you have to be really, really safe.
Yeah. It's a bowl of nuts at the bar that everyone's dipping their hands in. Delta, we have hepatitis.
Delta,
Oh, Delta, stick your hand in our bar nuts.
Applebee's at LaGuardia. Eat our bar nuts, get gonorrhea.
Southwest, more like down south you have herpes.
Down southwest of that area,
more
of
like
your
down
crotch.
southwest.
Down southwest of your crotch, you got some herpes.
JetBlue, yeah, you got herpes. No, hold on.
Okay, I'm waiting for it.
JetBlue, more like get you to the hospital because you got hepatitis.
All right, moving on.
JetBlue, more like I'm seeing blue because I can't breathe from all the hepatitis. Delta, more like felt ya, now you got hepatitis.
Airtran? Is this a train? No, it doesn't matter. You have herpes.
Airtran,
Air Canada? I'm sorry. You have hepatitis.
I'm sorry. You have hepatitis. American Airlines? Yeah. You got hepatitis. No, hold on. American Airlines? American Airlines, get hepatitis for your country. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, guys, moving on. We're in the top 2 tips now. Number 2. Oh, my God. Avoid personal talk, especially if they're talking about all the hepatitis.
I'm picked. All these commercials are coming out
I
next
just
summer.
don't understand. Every single flight I've gone in the past 6 months, I've came with different types of hepatitis.
Yeah.
Oh my God, me too. I
Gladys.
got herpes last time I flew Air Canada.
Did you fly Delta? Everyone's getting herpes on Delta. Delta, more like gotcha.
Herpes.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Number 2 is avoid personal talk. If someone asks you where you are from or other questions that have personal connotations to them, you can kindly decline answering them. Also, be sure to keep passports and other documents hidden well when sitting near or around people. Yeah, super important. It only takes someone 2 to 3 quick questions or glances to search you up on a very handy database for a criminal called Facebook.
Spirit Airlines? Yeah, because you're dead from hepatitis. Because it's a spirit? Okay, all right.
Spirit Airlines? Join our $9 fare club and get hepatitis on us.
Spirit, get in the spirit. Got hepatitis? Get in the spirit. Get in the spirit.
Of sexual transmitted
Get in the
disease.
spirit of
Fly
getting-
Spirit Airlines.
Get in the spirit of getting hepatitis. Also, anyone who has hepatitis, we love you.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sorry.
It's totally fine.
These are the tips here.
It's-
okay.
yeah,
From
yeah.
credited sources. Okay.
Avoid personal talk. Guys, I don't talk to any. I don't talk to people if I don't need to.
Yeah.
I really. I'm there.
Don't talk to me
Why? It's not like I'm not trying to be like an asshole.
unless you're like super hot. You know, unless you're
Yeah.
a hot girl and you're looking for directions. Cool.
I am. It does kind of confuse me how people like make friends with people in airports or on
Yeah,
a
you
flight.
hear those stories where they sit next to each other and they're like, I hate those people in front of me where they sit down, they don't know each other, and they're like, hi.
Hi,
Hi,
business or
what?
travel,
Oh,
or business or
or
pleasure.
travel.
Business or pleasure.
You're still in college. What are you going?
Oh, you're an actor.
Oh, what happened? Why you have
I'm a
crutches?
bowler.
Oh, I'm a bowler. And you have crutches.
Oh my God! Give me hepatitis right now.
Give me hepatitis now.
For real though, guys, stick to yourself. You know, it's not like a frickin'. It's not recess. It's not a frickin' cafeteria where you're frickin' sitting with, I don't know, bunch of people and you have to talk to them while you eat your chicken fingers or.
Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, avoid the personal talk unless you want to talk to people.
Yeah, unless like.
That's
your
But be
thing.
aware that people might not want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I mean, be polite. I know.
Normally, when people get to the airport, it's early. They're wearing pajamas. They just want to get somewhere. They're hungover.
Listen, I've had plenty of people be like, "Oh, hi, how's it going? Yeah. Oh, is this okay? Yeah. Thank you." Like all this stuff, like polite talking, but it's like personal talk. No, I don't want to tell you about my life. Who even are you? You know, it's not an asshole thing. It's just like I'm there to just get from another place to another place. I don't, you know.
And spend the night in another place before I get to the final destination.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Where are we? We're at the number one tip, everybody. Do you have hepatitis yet? Because we do.
Have you packed tightly?
Number one.
Number one, guys. This is
Avoid
it.
being scared to seek assistance. If at any point in your visit you get lost, you lose something, or you're just totally bewildered, you can find a help desk to get some clarity. Remember to also notify an airport officer if you break something and there is dangerous glass or chemicals. In addition, if you or another member of your group vomits or misses the bathroom, it's common decorum to tell someone that they can clean up the mess. So that they can clean up the mess. Hey, my cousin just took a huge shit at gate F. Just telling you so you can go clean it up. There's probably hepatitis everywhere.
I'm sorry. I just threw up at gate B3. I think it's because of the peanuts I ate at the Applebee's.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to
screw it
let
up.
you know that someone just missed the bathroom in front of you. It's me. I'm peeing on myself. Clean it up.
Guys, every single person at that is like an airline employee or TSA, they're there to help you to make your travel smoother. As crazy as it seems, and as crazy as it is that like you like it doesn't seem that way because it's a tough profession.
Also, who's walking around with chemicals, right? Like some guy in like a scientist like white coat running to get his flight, and he just drops a bunch of chemicals on the ground.
Yeah. What are you, frickin' Heisenberg?
Are you?
Frickin'-
Are you?
Are you Heisenberg?
Are you?
This reminds me of there was one time I traveled over Christmas Eve, and I was wearing my Buddy the Elf costume before I played him, and it was a government shutdown, and it was the only time that I was traveling that people were like, no, you can keep your shoes on. They're like, yeah, fuck you, government. People who were traveling are keeping their shoes on.
I can bring my chemicals through? Yeah.
No,
and then
but-
you come up and
You can tell by the way you fell off. But right before I went through security, I asked this woman who was checking the tickets and license if I could take a picture with her. She was laughing. She was like, "Oh my God, it's Buddy the Elf!" So we're gonna post that on our Instagram, at least in a story or a throwback for you guys to see. Yeah.
At the airport?
At the airport, I was decked out in the Buddy the Elf costume, traveling on Christmas Eve,
I'll see if I have any airport.
and everybody was like, like looking at me or laughing, and I was trying to stay in character as much as possible.
You were wearing tights, so where did you have your license and all your paperwork? In the front pocket?
Listen.
In the bulge?
An elf never tells his secrets.
Okay. It was up his ass.
Up this Pixar dump truck.
That dump truck. It's got a back
I
compartment.
can tell you that the tights did not rip when I took my slippers off.
Wow.
Anyway, guys, that's it.
Those are the top tips on how to airport.
And of course, this is a crazy time. There's very, very minimal traveling happening, but like,
Don't
it's
get
always-
corona, but especially don't get hepatitis.
I mean, God,
Delta.
you bet you got hepatitis.
Delta. We got your back. And hepatitis. in your bloodstream.
Oh my God. Yeah, guys.
I'll work on it.
This was very nostalgic in a way, nostalgic
good.
episode.
Yeah.
You know, because I do miss traveling.
The airport's also fun.
It is. It can
You're
be fun.
leaving somewhere and you're going somewhere else, and it's a place of transit, and you get to see so many different people and
You get to
experience so many different things,
Be in different areas
and
and
so
stuff
many
that you
different
never thought.
diseases, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, guys. I hope this was helpful, even if it's helpful down the line when more travel opens up. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Thanks.
for watching
Yeah, guys. If you have a
the
tip,
Men of Doozy podcast.
yes, yeah, the Men of Doozy podcast. That is this podcast. I really have to get to my flight, but guys, listen, guys, comment what your favorite tip was. If you have a tip,
I'm already at my gate
About-
because I am punctual.
send us a tip.
Hands
you
are
know?
washed.
And share it with friends, guys. We're on Instagram. We're posting
Instagram,
all the
YouTube.
time.
You like gaming? We're on Twitch.
We're Twitch. Yeah, we play throughout the week. We play some Call of Duty. Watch us have a good time and be okay, and try to be more successful at playing that. Well, listen to us podcast on Apple Podcasts,
Apple
Spotify,
Podcasts,
Google,
Spotify.
Pandora, Amazon,
Ooh.
and guys,
If you're at the airport and you're early, listen to us. Watch this. You watching this right now? Are you at the airport? Huh?
give us a listen. Give us a listen.
You have hepatitis?
It will. You'll learn so much on your flight.
You will. Did you
You
wash
will.
your hands?
Well,
Do you have crutches? Are you Gladys?
and remember, don't pack a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look,
Guys-
if there's something that you want to teach us,
Yeah.
and in return we teach you, let us know. Hit us up in the DMs.
Hit us up.
If you got a funny airline story,
Let us
DM
know.
us. We want to
DM us.
post some funny airline stories, okay? Because that one sucked.
It really sucked. It's
Yeah.
like Schadenfreude, like taking pleasure in my pain. We want that. We love
Yeah.
that. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
But that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Travel safely. Stay safe. Don't get it. Don't get it.
Don't get that hepatitis.
Don't get it. Come on. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Be punctual.
Men of Doozy, we're hepatitis free.
For now.
Perfect.
See you guys.
Got it.
Travel safely. Love you guys. See you next week.